Hi there and welcome back for another exciting video, this time on the LCS Sk19. 100% American made, very accurate, reliable, easy to tune and a whole lot of fun. But before we start the video, I want to put a special thanks to LCS Air Arms and Lcs Sk19 for making this video even possible. I get a ton of questions from people, where do I get all my gear from, and most of my gear comes from Lcs Sk19. They have a whole wide variety of products, most of them are always in stock, they have a very good customer service, they ship very fast and they even have a custom shop for all your custom needs. So next time when you're in the mood for some new gear, go check out their website, support the people who support me and make these videos even possible. Right, let's open the box and see what's inside, because that's why you clicked on the video, right? So the LCS Sk19 comes in this rather cool tactical style box in the same style as the rifle itself. Always good to have a box with your rifle, to have a safe box to transport it in or to store it when you're not shooting. So let's open the latches. And there it is, the Sk19. Up until now I have only seen pictures of it, but in real life it even looks much better than on the pictures. The first thing you get in the box, and I've seen that the only thing you get with it, is this nice owner's manual, explaining some important things on the rifle, so you make sure you read it and don't mess up your beautiful rifle on the first day. So the Sk19 is strapped into this box with some nice velcros. So let's unstrap it, take the Sk19 out and have a detailed closer look at it. Let me quickly put the box to the side. Holding the Sk19 for the first time, it appears to be a very sleek design. It also fits nicely into the shoulder, has a good weight balance, really comfortable to hold. Now the Sk19, like you see here, comes in a black color, but I've seen on the internet there are some different colors available as well. There are even some aftermarket kits you can buy to replace some parts on the Sk19 into a different color and make it truly yours. The Sk19 is also a very popular rifle, so aftermarket parts for this rifle are available also as well. When we do the detailed overview of the rifle, I will point out the parts that I know that you can change out for some other ones if you feel the need to it and customize it to make it really yours. My Sk19 is a 22 caliber. They're also available in 25 and 30 caliber if you would want. The overall weight unscoped of the Sk19 is about 3.5 kilograms and the overall length is about 89 centimeters, or if I recall right, 35 inches, something like this, which is a good average size to walk around with, play with and have a lot of fun, because that's what this rifle and airgunning is all about, of course. We'll work our way from the back to the front and start addressing all the different pieces you see here. And we'll start off with the back part here, and that's the rather minimalistic buttstock, but which shoulders pretty nicely and offers a good level of grip into the shoulder. So, very nice. This is one of the first parts that you can find on the aftermarket airgun world, or parts I must say, and I believe Crawford & Lipped even makes a replaceable buttstock for this with a monopod and all kind of that stuff, if you would really like to. I'm going to keep mine just as it is for now, because it's minimalistic, but it offers a good level of grip and it's quite comfortable into the shoulder as well. Pretty cool. Moving forward, we come to the main block and probably the most important piece of the whole gun. And the first thing we're going to address is the non-removable 19-shot magazine. That's where the name Sk19 comes from, and that's 19 shots in the magazine, of course. By flipping up the lever you see here, you can unlock the rotation of the magazine in order to load your pellets from the other side. By flipping up the spring-loaded door and drop your pellets in while rotating the magazine. One important thing to note is that you always must make sure your Sk19 has enough air to flip up that lever, or it can get jammed in the upward position. Not the biggest problem in the world, but try to avoid that. Once your magazine is filled, close the hatch, push the lever back down to lock your magazine, and you're ready to go. Behind this plate, closed with the screws, the one with the logo on, that's where all the magic happens, as the Sk19 is a hammerless system with some pretty clever valving. Very complicated, so stay out of there and don't mess with it. it's a very good tip from me. Underneath the rifle, you get this power knob, I would say. That is actually the only thing you need to use to tune your Sk19 and is virtually foolproof. It has a nice click to it to go up and down in power. To increase the power, turn the knob counterclockwise. To decrease the power, turn the knob clockwise. Just make sure you don't go lower than 600 feet per second, as you might risk jamming the magazine rotation, and the back block will have to be disassembled to fix it. Just above that, you have the regulator gauge that is preset by the factory for optimum performance and shouldn't be messed with, as the power knob, as I previously mentioned, is the only thing you will need to tune it. Just next to it, you have a selector switch that can be put on safe, semi and full fun, of course, as the Sk19 can dump a whole magazine in just under 3 seconds. Speaking of the safety, the Sk19 has a double safety with another one located just above the trigger guard on the same side. And that concludes more or less the whole back part of the Sk19. On top and here in between, you have these nice vented covers. These are made from some kind of plastic and also serve as a cheek rest. Why they're made of plastic? Probably because if you make them in aluminium, it won't be as comfortable to put your cheek on, especially in the cold, with aluminium being much colder to the touch than some plastic covers. These covers I've seen on the internet are available as a kit in different colors I see, so you can customize those parts as well. Underneath the cover and through the slots you can see a nice shiny barrel, which is a Lothar Walther one. Very good quality and all helps with the accuracy of the Sk19, of course. The Lothar Walther barrel is about 610 millimeters long and in front is covered with this nice carbon fiber shroud and carbon fiber moderator to keep the report of the noise level down. But the carbon fiber also supposed to help with the harmonics of the rifle itself, of course. On top of the rifle you get yourself a Picatinny scope rail, which has a nice good length to it, and I believe there is even a slight cant to it, but I will have to measure that to see if there is really a cant to it. But appearing to the eye, it looks like there is a very tiny bit, or maybe not. Moving down on the rifle, we get the standard M4 M16 pistol grip. This one pretty cool, it has a nice rubber feel to it. For my hand it suits very well, but this is also one part that you can customize with some aftermarket parts that you can find all over the internet, for instance like the ones from Ergo Air or whatever one that suits your hand the best. Just in front of the grip you get the trigger guard with a nice bladed trigger inside. The bladed trigger is fixed, but I do kind of like the bladed trigger like I got on my other rifles, which is pretty cool. I really enjoy using a trigger like that. How the trigger feels, I don't know yet, as I never shot this rifle. I just unboxed it in this video, and I will go over how it feels, how to set it up in some different videos in the future. Just in front, the trigger guard, we get a nice extended Picatinny rail, so you can put your bipod a little bit more out to the front. And by the looks of it, the Picatinny rail can be removed with the 2 screws you have here on the side and be slided off. And what appears to be is like some kind of dovetail rail underneath, so you maybe can put later on some different accessories as well. Another important part to the Sk19, of course, is the air supply. This one comes with a 480cc carbon fiber tank, which can be swapped out for a bigger one, like an optional 580cc if you really want to up your shot count or just want to have a larger bottle. The bottle can be unscrewed under pressure and be replaced with a different one because the valving is inside of the bottleneck itself. Maximum fill pressure 250 bar, so make sure you don't exceed that. Just nice in front of the bottle adapter block, I would say, you have a gauge. That's the gauge that shows your fill pressure that's in your gun or in your bottle. Right above that you have the male Foster connection to connect to your scuba tank, hand pump, whatever. Although I don't recommend hand pumping this rifle. Just fill it up as normal to 250 bar, no more. Then between your barrel and your bottle you have this knob you see right here. This is the knob to adjust your regulator, although it's recommended to leave it alone as this rifle is set up from the factory, or the regulator is set up for the factory, optimized for the caliber you chose. Same here, if you would like to adjust it anyway, counterclockwise to increase it, clockwise to decrease the regulator power. You can always follow your regulator pressure on the gauge you have at the back of your gun. Quick tip, If you increase the regulator higher than 160 bar, it won't get you any extra power, as all the power adjustments have to be done with the power wheel at the bottom of the back of your rifle, and will just waste air out of the barrel. Another very important thing to note is that never shoot this rifle below its regulator pressure of 140 to 150 bar. This may cause a number of problems, jamming up the magazine, locking the rotation, and you will have to take the complete back part apart to take out the blocked pellet or whatever. So, very good thing, never shoot below the 140 bar. Right, the tube that runs from the regulator all the way down to the magazine acts like the plenum, which holds the pre-regulated pressure of 140 bar to make the back part of the gun work. Well guys, that wraps up the unboxing and overview of this nice cool rifle, the LCS Sk19, which has a ton of features and I don't think I forgot any of them. Before I take it out to the range for the very first time, I will still clean the barrel, take the barrel out, give it a good clean like any new gun owner should do. I will also set it up to shoot my pellets at the appropriate speed that I want to shoot them at, and I will cover this in some future videos as well. Don't have to wait long, probably I will film it right after this. If you're in the market for an Sk19 or any other products, go have a look at the website of Lcs Sk19. Maybe they have what you're looking for, so you can support them, so they can support me and make these videos possible. I thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye.